Nice finds. If you really care about quality.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. We are at ASD Market Week doing our cool talks with cool people at the coolest ASD Market Week ever. So, we still don't have a name for the series, but we're doing it anyway. So, that's how we roll around here. Stephanie, welcome back to the channel.
Ooh, it's
That's
good
how
to
you
be
know you
back.
made it on YouTube, when you got guests coming back. And important ones is that Stephanie Beringhele, everybody. Tell us what you do. Oh, apologies for the weird face.
So my voice is a little raspy too. Damien just had to wait until we were done with the show to have this conversation. But excited to be back, excited to have you as our first time exhibitor.
Yes.
That makes me super happy.
It's been
And
great.
yeah, so thanks for considering me to be cool.
Thanks for wearing
Feels
nice
good to
fine
be
blue.
here, you know?
Stephanie wore nice fine blue on purpose, by the way. This was planned by her, not by us. But all right, last day of the show, literally the last couple of hours of the show, the energy just died down. A lot less people, a lot less talking. That's just a natural course of a trade show. Tell us about the last 4 or 5 days. What have you been up to? What have you seen at the show?
There's been a lot going on. You already know it. So this show, it kind of hits you hard, and then it's a whirlwind, and then all of a sudden it's just done. So I think that it's been a really strong 4 days. We've met a lot of people, and there's still business being done. You've been talking to people all day long while I've been in this booth, so that's exciting. So yeah, it's just been a good time.
Okay, let's dive into the featured events of this show. What happened? What was cool? I saw you were doing a buyer tour. That was awesome. A lot of people in that. There's literally like a Congo line of just people following a buying tour.
I totally had that flag, that I was carrying around to show them the way.
You gotta get a scooter next time. Everybody's on a rolling scooter.
Yeah.
Really get some samples in there. But okay, yeah, some features. What happened at the ASD show that people missed? Remember watching?
Things are changing. So I think that we're noticing that there's a lot of interest for people to explore outside of their normal way of doing business. So we're doing the buying tours because A, there are new people every day that want to open up a store or an e-commerce site or any type of business that comes in the retail space. So we've got the newbies that just want to say, where do I start? And it's so amazing because here we follow these exhibitors that are experts in their field, and they're the best guys because they have the nitty gritty of, this is how you ship, this is how you get your product selection. And so we've got that going for us. And then I think the other component is that these long-term retailers are saying, let's diversify the mix.
Yes.
I don't know if you've heard it, but we've got people where occasionally they have never looked at certain aspects of our show, and all of a sudden pet is trending, so they want to go do pet product items and toy and stuff like that. So it's re-educating people and saying there's profit on this floor. It is hidden treasure. You just have to be open enough and see what trends are going on so that you can take that opportunity to seize it.
Yeah, and I think the key, what you just said, there is the open-mindedness of just coming in here. Yes, you gotta have intent and a plan.
Yeah.
Come in here prepared. Don't just show up.
Never.
Definitely prepared. That's been a common theme of the advice that people on these interviews have been giving. Is that just prepare, map it out, you know. But where I'm going with this is the open-mindedness, because the people that I've talked to, that when I ask, did you have a good show? The people that are the positive ones, the ones that are like full of energy and running around from booth to booth and talking and collecting info and just learning, are the ones that are having a great show.
It'll be a great show.
Yeah, if you're a Debbie Downer, it could be the most beautiful and taxing, full of money,
Yes.
but you're still gonna find
You
a way to-
attract your energy and the people that want to be with you, and I'm a firm believer of it. And it's so funny because when you first open up a business, you're hungry and you're willing to do everything, and you just are curious. You're absolutely curious about what can I do, what can be better. So I just say that if you've been here for a while, don't lose that curiosity or that grind or grit, because the market is a tough place right now, and you still need that personality so that you can thrive and you can survive with things like certain.
Yeah, definitely. So I guess this show is kind of split into two groups. You got the buyers and then you got the sellers. Let's talk about the buyers.
Okay.
So that's kind of the people that are on this buying tour. Those are the people that are bouncing around from booth to booth. They are searching for products.
Yeah.
If you are a buyer and you're trying to have a successful show, what do you recommend?
I recommend prep work. That was to drop the mic. If you are not prepared before you get to an event, you feel anxious and you're just not as confident. And you should be absolutely confident. You should have that game plan that you were talking about with a little flexibility to say, I'm going to use my curiosity to find new items, but there's some great resources of just saying there's already a floor plan.
Talk about the app.
There's
The
the
app's been pretty sweet. I think it just
event
dropped, right?
app. This is the first time that we've ever had it, and it covers the whole campus. So
Yep.
there's no excuse for being lost in terms of if you just need to find a badge, right? So you can start your day off with good energy and the right way to finding, here you need socks. And socks could be all over the place. It could be in this hall, it could be upstairs, it could be over in Central Hall. It's everywhere. So do some preparatory work, make some contacts. Say, I want to meet up. You're going to be there. Give social, hey, I will be at this event. I am looking to do business, and announce it. So many people don't say I'm going to be at an event. It's the simplest thing. It's free, and it lets your vendors know that you're going to be coming by their booth. They might have something prepared for you. So I think all of that kind of comes into play.
Definitely. We've been promoting all of these events that we hear
We've
of.
been doing amazing.
Because it's just a great way to connect. I mean, all right, we're at this booth all day. We're talking to hundreds of people. We'd love to meet everyone. We'd love to have this conversation.
Yes.
But unfortunately, after 5 days, it starts getting blurred, right? And there's a reason, why we collect business cards and make notes, because it gets tough. But when you connect with someone on the outside, at an event, maybe over a beer or 5, maybe over some shrimp, maybe over a steak.
Shrimp.
Whatever
Fancy.
you're eating after the maybe a po' boy or a Mickey D's sandwich, whatever floats your boat. On the
How many
outside of
people
the
told
show,
us, how many people told us there was no runs, there was no parties, there's parties, and we market it all the time, and you
There
go
is
to a
events.
party or dinner, like they're saying, that's where you really get to connect with
we
people.
went to an event every day, every single day, and it's just the end. It's just, you gotta jump on Eventbrite, jump on Meetup.com, jump on LinkedIn, jump on Facebook, and just see the events in the area. Because Whatnot had a meetup, Binstock Co-op had a meetup, another couple of liquidation companies I knew had a meetup. You guys had a
We had a
opening night
dinner.
party. We went to dinner.
Yes.
We had then also there was a closing night party in Omnia. Like there's just if you're bored in Vegas during a trip,
That's why
you're
our
not
voices
trying.
are raspy.
And it's the desert air. I need to go back to my humid Chicago. I'm ready. But all right, buyers, they're coming here with intent. They got a plan. They're open minded. What else can they do to make this experience a little bit more pleasant? They're attending events. Any simple tips and tricks?
I think that, sometimes you don't know the answer to things. The business is constantly changing, and sometimes the people that you're purchasing from have an advantage of seeing the market easily differently. So sometimes the best education is not done on a stage. There's good content that could be done on a stage, but sometimes it's just having those deep conversations, asking questions, and really seeing what's going on that maybe you're not aware of it. So don't assume you have a full awareness of the full marketplace, because there's just too many different levels, and it moves at such a fast pace.
Let's jump into sellers.
Okay?
We were a first-time exhibitor. I have learned a ton about exhibiting. It is not easy. It's definitely fun. It's a whole different experience. We're comparing it to kind of offense versus defense. Later, walking a trade show, you're on offense the whole time. You gotta walk up to the booth, kind of present yourself, and attack the situation and see what kind of opportunities there are in front of you there. But when you have a booth as an exhibitor, you're at defense. People are attacking you nonstop, and now you gotta kind of learn how to deal with it, cope with it, and just work with it, and make money with it. And so that's been great. But what have you seen from the sellers? Where are you would say the top sellers? Where are they doing the best that some exhibitors could like?
Exhibitor, so you did it right. So you came as a first time, you have a modular booth, it's very affordable, it's cheap, it minimizes costs. You don't want to come into a show where if it's your first time and you're going, I've already spent my whole budget. You are fully branded, you've got your t-shirts and your hats, smiling faces, and they're really welcoming people to come in and say, this is my brand, come check it out, let's have a conversation. So that's really good. You've taken advantage of all of our free opportunities.
Every single one.
Brand awareness, like we don't charge people for everything. So I would say if you're a first-time exhibitor, work with whoever your sales rep is and just say, give me the rundown. What are all the
Shout out
things
to
that
Marvin.
I can do?
Marvin, you've been amazing. He's been really, and you guys provide just great resources. There's nothing scary about these. It's more just, it's literally a project that you have
work.
to manage. It's work, sorry, you have to work. But yes, it's work, but it's very doable. I mean, you guys even have in first time, literally I think it's called first time exhibitors, and look, something along those lines.
We have tutorials.
Tutorials,
Yes.
videos, checklists, and it's like, and then Marvin, I am so confused. How do I get out? How do I get power in my business? This thing just, and he sends you the direct link. All I had to do is check out. It was great. But yeah, tons of resources. All right, branding. What are some exhibitors doing better than others? And how do you do it without spending millions of dollars on a very mainstream setup?
So I think product first speaks highly. So if you have a booth or you're doing any kind of marketing where you're just showcasing things on your social channels and stuff, that you're gonna, you talking about your neighbor, you want your neighbor out, you're such a good friend. They have major brands, but you can't see that that's what it is that they offer. So I think that making sure that when people get that first glimpse of you, whether it's before the event on the social channels or anything, or at event, people have to know what you're about. Pique their interest. And it's a lot of people who here they haven't converted, they're not on any kind of platform that they give somebody the idea that they're going to be here. So spreading awareness is making sure your friends and family, everyone just shares it out to the community so that they know that you're going to be here.
Yes. We've been posting that we're going to be at ASD for 6 months now since we're going to have a booth. Come see us, and it only takes one person to sue it.
Absolutely.
Like if they're going to ASD and that one person sues them, and now they're going to go to your booth and they're going to look for you in that ass, right? So branding's huge for sure. We kind of mentioned our low cost. It was low cost to us. This is not cool. We split in a suitcase. Then we have a second suitcase of just gear, of like cameras, tripod, and stuff like that. But yeah, it's modular. And then we booked Southwest flights because you can take carry-ons for free, and you can check 2 bags in for free. So
was it worth it?
Yes.
Putting you on the spot.
Yes, like there's ways to save money, to set it up and present yourself pretty well for low cost. And I think everybody should try these because we've had a lot of leads, a lot of business that's been generated. And that's to follow up now with them, but making success be so fun.
It's interesting too. So just you're talking about like the economy and just the environment like you're in. So if a 99-cent store goes under, right, and there's just so much stuff that's happening. The last place you don't want to be is at a major trade show where you get to interact with both buyer and sellers. You get a full overview of what's going on. So that would be, I'd rather somebody say, I need substantial help getting into a show, whether you're a buyer and just can't make it and just need some extra resources, or if you're an exhibitor, if you need some help, let us help you because this is the place that you're going to call the information so that you can thrive as a business.
Russ, great example of this would be Amazon contracts just went up for bid. August something, don't quote me on this, guys. But it's it was happening July, August. There's a lot of buzz around Amazon contracts, and they got awarded. They started shipping soon, and now we didn't listen because our booth is a rumor mill, and we found out who owns the new contracts.
Heard it
very
first
quickly.
on the
right.
floor.
So, but if we weren't here, and if you weren't here, walking the floor, figuring out who has this contract, because everybody that had a contract or got awarded one is at this trade show selling the brand new product that they just acquired. So yes, it's a great example of why you should be here. So stay on the top of trends. What about trends? You like trends. I follow you on LinkedIn. You're all about the trends. I'm all about the branding. You're all about the trending. You like trends. Why? How is that important? And how does that tie into a trade show?
So trends, for me, equate to revenue and profit. So I like saying, so you have businesses, they buy their core product that they know will routinely sell, it's always going to be there, they're tried and true. Trends give that excitement where the consumers can now say, just in time for the holidays, I do want a wrap that I can put over me, and this is the hottest color, or it's a postal vibe, or whatever it is. So understanding what colors and what type of piece fits seasonally. Holidays coming up. Yeah, I want to know what kind of toys are trending, because if I have a bogus toy that nobody wants to put in the store because their kid won't have it, I just need to a retail store or any store that you have in service. So I think the awareness will allow you to pick the right selection for you so that you can then turn it down and sell it and make those.
Yeah, I love it. How would one recognize this trend spot in the ASD market?
That's why you go to trade shows. Everything is a trend. If you go to Central Hall, that's the whole fashion, beauty, style area. They've got it loud and clear. You go to the toy section, you can see it. They're featuring a hot seller.
Yes.
A lot of the exhibitors will say this is one of our best performing items, and you want it in their store. And they want you to reorder with them, so they're not gonna lead you to stray. They want you to be successful.
Yeah.
So you find it here with the experts.
And then you go down to the South Hall and
Yeah.
found the non-trend in toys with the liquidators and Korzak in the full circle.
Full circle of life. As long as it doesn't open the trash bin or the trash.
Tips and tricks for exhibitors. Let's continue with that.
Okay.
We talked about first exhibitors. There's a lot of resources, tools available with ASD Society. It's not hard. It's not hard to execute. But what about existing exhibitors? The ones that have been coming for 3, 4, 5, 10, 15. What's the longest exhibitor, I guess I should ask?
We've got a tie.
Really?
So, and I only know 2, and I'm sure there's more, so I don't want to offend
Oh.
anyone. But
Just say the years. You don't have to say the companies.
it's been there for 40 years. And now it's generational, so they trust the business so much for giving it to their kids. Which has to be hard because they built it from the ground up. So, 40 years.
So what have those people done that made them stay here for 40 years of success? Because if they weren't successful, they wouldn't be here for 40 years. That's just
True.
right. So what are they doing that some other exhibitors maybe should, mimic or try it for themselves to do better?
I think being honest with your business and really understanding that if it's not working, you gotta break it down and say, where's the fruit tonight? What do I really have to assess? And honestly tell myself, maybe I thought it was a great idea to get this one product for a show, and it just bombed. So why did it bomb? Was the timing wrong? Or did I overthink that this was just gonna be amazing? Whatever it is, or maybe they didn't have the right staff. Maybe I put somebody in the booth and they were sour grapes, and you had amazing products, but they were so grumpy they scared everyone off. You know what I mean? So there's little elements of just saying, you can get very comfortable and you keep doing things over and over again.
This is right up my alley.
Yeah, so you have to just say, it was different, or maybe it's successful, right? Like maybe Nixon goes, you pull it out of the water, what did you do different? So I say that was a big advice, and then also lean in on us. We do the VIP buyer goes to program. We will fly out buyers, host them at the Crown Inn Hotel. They get to test the loop. It comes and gets them past all that construction. So I know, I don't even get understood. But just little things like that, just constant communication with the people that put on the show, but more importantly, honest assessment of your business and those that represent your brand.
Great. That's I hate to bring in the negative because some people just been complaining here and there, right? But I feel like it's with everything in business and in life. There's always going to be complainers, and more often than not, they're blaming everybody else but themselves. And then I've seen you do this and execute well. Someone said, without me, I was slow. I didn't get enough sales. All right, let's go look into it. That's the first thing. We broke it down. They had really big brands that they represent. And I've been here 5 days. I had that. There is not a single banner that says to your potential customers that, hey, we sell these brands. It's mind-boggling. And some super small tweak, just like that, one extra banner, an extra $150 print job at Walgreens. It's literally my result in $100,000 to $200,000 in sales.
Absolutely.
And in new context, you might right foot traffic to your booth. So I'm going with this.
Preach, then.
If you got some complaints as an exhibitor or an attendee, how do you kind of solve those? Who do you get in contact with? Does ASD, how do you guys deal with this type of situations?
So I think that for us, we're a family, right? At our event, sales works cohesively with the attendee side, which works with operations, with registration. So we all work together because our goal is to make sure that you're never going to get everyone 100% hyped up. It was awesome. You're going to have some people that said, you know what, I'm having a really terrible time. And having honest,
It is 120 degrees
outside. And people get kind of grumpy when it's hot. But I mean, we like to talk to them, and I think that organically through that conversation, the person comes around and says, well, maybe I could have done this. And if we reflect and say on our side as a trade show organizer, you know what, you could put idea. That's an idea that we can implement on the next round. So it just full circle where it's just having that conversation and breaking it down and seeing what didn't work for that particular client, and it varies. But I think that the worst thing, and you and I have talked about this before, worst thing you can ever do is just say, it was horrible, and then you just leave and you don't have a conversation, because how do you correct it?
Yeah.
And then how do you get better for that next event that you want to try?
You won't.
You're not
you
going
don't
to
have a
fix the
conversation.
formula.
You won't.
Yeah, so we're all partners. We all want everyone to be successful. I want the buyers to be happy. The exhibitors need to be happy. And then for organizers, we're just fully content and excited when it all kind of works together.
Definitely. What about March?
So
How are we looking for March?
March, I am looking forward to, we are switching it up a little bit. There's going to be some construction, so we're changing up the halls a little bit. You will be staying down here in South Row. South Row will still be down merchandise goods. Upstairs, new addition, Source Direct will now be alongside Gift Toy, C-Store, and Alternative. So that just gives more inventory and more opportunity to buy diverse product, which is amazing. Other things that were available, we can't tell you yet because the show is over and we
got an hour left here.
No.
You can spill the beans. By the time this video drops, got a lot
So
of
this is the hard work. We go back and we take all the feedback that we've been given. We start quaddle when we go back and say, how can we do it better? What new events do we need to do? Okay, we did buying tours. All these newbies, maybe we do an educational component where they teach cash flow, open to buy, what does it all mean, and that kind of stuff. So the real work is going to be done within the next 2 months, and then we'll start presenting and sending things back to the public and saying, here's what you can look forward to. So TBD.
So where website can we check this stuff out on?
www.asdconline.com.
Easy as that. Let's get into Stephanie a little bit. Because I have a hot topic, and me and you would like to spiel on this a few times. So, content. We've been doing a lot of content this year, like a ton of content.
How we met.
That's how we met. That's how we continue meeting and interacting. Why do you like it? Why do you love content, I guess?
I think content's so important because it humanizes it. We're so rushed and we're just constantly on the go on this business thing that sometimes I don't think, well, like you've been putting a lot of work, sometimes putting on a hot spot and getting you to talk about your achievements and maybe things that if you could tell the next generation, oh, I wish I had learned this along the way, goes so far. So I think for me, it's just, we all have stories. We've all been in it. We've had really terrible days, really amazing days. So let's celebrate the wins. Take a moment to pause and capture that moment. And that content's key to just bettering the community. That's where it's important.
Definitely, it's
And it's fun.
like and the shooting content is the speak was pretty decent. I'd just be running around, acting the fool, sticking a mic in a camera in people's faces that don't want to happen.
How many people
And
do
then
lift up though too? Like you
Oh,
came
yeah.
around like, yeah, I want to do
Oh,
this.
yeah.
It's so fun.
Yes, and some some booths will like just kind of go into cause a ruckus, and then it starts drawing attention. And then now they got like 4, 5, 6 more people in there, and now they got energized again. It's 2 p.m. and they're making
We're
sales.
ready to go.
So it's been super fun. People have been super. Oh my God, what's the word? Invited, accepting.
I thought you were going to use such a more complicated word.
I'm a simple man. But documenting the journey, I think that's a huge one too. So we've been doing these ASD videos now, 3 years, at least 4. We definitely
Oh, no,
have
you've been doing 4, that's how we found
multiple
you.
conventions, only a couple of years, you know? So
Yeah.
we've been doing it March or February, and then we've been to August ones, so yeah, but 2 years. But, and it's been cool to go back, and I watched the first one, and I'm like, that was 2 years ago, and my trade show experience that years versus now was completely different. Like, it's completely different
Yeah.
because of social media. There's no other, right? Yes, it's also the people that we've met and the people that we've, and the work people put in, but social media is a huge factor here. Huge. You know, we just met Carlos.
We're Carlos.
We interviewed
And
Carlos.
Nicholas Mack, I mean, you know, tons of people.
Yeah, just meeting people because social media, right? And then I met a couple people because of LinkedIn.
Yes.
I'm connected on LinkedIn with them, and I'm walking, and this one's like, I follow you on LinkedIn. I'm like, what? She goes, yeah, I comment on it all the time. I'm like, would I? Well, and then, oh my God. Her tags is
He's a nice
Cecilia.
friend, guy.
Her tags is
Nice
Cecilia, but it's her, like, the CC. So I'm like, oh, you're CC? So then I hung out there for 2 hours, had a blast, did some sailing, she did some buying, and now we got a new connection because of the fact that we were connected on LinkedIn and social media first, and that sale happened, that opportunity, that relationship happened. it was much easier for her. Sister pulled me aside now. She goes, I know you. Instead of just a random guy that's walking by, right? So what else do you have to add about content? Why? What are you telling the people that think you're crazy for being
You
on
know what?
social
Call
media
me
all the
crazy
time?
all day long when I'm having a good time on it. So for
Blast.
me, it changes your perspective on it, and you're starting to have fun. And guess what? It's not as much work as it used to be. Like, it was work probably for you to do your first one.
100%.
No, because all these networks, you have all these different channels now, and it's just going to keep growing.
Yes.
And it's not fake, it's just raw. And I mean, it's the best thing that you can do for your business. And that's the one thing I'll say. If you don't have this for your business yet, find somebody. There's somebody hungry who's willing and wanting to do it, and that's what it's.
It'll pay off. There's absolutely no way that it's not correlated to sales. It's just so at Nice Fine, there is no marketing. Like, it's not marketing and sales and accounting. It's marketing and sales. That's
Damn it.
one department, and the people that are doing sales are doing marketing, and the people that are doing marketing are doing the sales. Just what it has to be together. It's correlating, and it's very simple. And a lot of people ask us, "Why you introduce my business with this and this?" Stressful.
Start tomorrow,
Please.
just start.
Take your phone, it's connected to Facebook and this. You're scrolling on anyways. Log on to your business page and there's one photo of the door saying, we are open today, 10 to 4. Hey, call me. On the phone all day. Just take a selfie. You don't even have to be in it. Really, it's even easier. You can just take a picture of your phone that's on your desk or your calendar. Hey, I'm open to calls today.
Well, here's the trick, fam. There's like just a buy. When you scroll, you're giving other people eyeballs. You're empowering a business, so why wouldn't you empower your own business? It takes not that long.
You read this summer, right? You read this summer?
No, where is it?
I read this summer and I kind of stopped. I'm like, wait,
Why would you not do it for yourself?
this is so true.
You're
This makes so
30%
much
sorry.
sense.
Yeah.
Okay, awesome. Any other tidbits you got on social media or why should people do it?
I think that's about it. Why not? Why not do it?
Where can people find you?
But you can find me on LinkedIn.
You love LinkedIn.
Stephanie Beringhele, but you'll never be able to write out my last name.
No way. I still don't know how to pronounce it.
He calls me Mrs. Boone.
Who's on LinkedIn? Why do you like LinkedIn so much?
So LinkedIn is great because there's a lot of qualifiers, a lot of diverse logistic people that are on it. There are people that are very professional and eager. Like, these are the people that they want to talk about what's the latest in the industry, what's happening, and it's exciting. Hey, everyone kind of just lifts each other up. I like also the other channels. Instagram is fun too, but that's one for my boutique outlets, right? They want to show styles and stuff like that. So
Thought about it that way.
yeah, so you rather know your people. How do they digest their content?
Now you're getting deeper.
We want to
into
go
it.
there, but
Yeah.
that's it. That's my last remark on it.
And now you're also launching something. I don't want to spoil it here, but I think we should
Should we just dig into it?
just spoil it. Just give it.
So we're gonna do a little. I don't have the names in mind either. It's not gonna be a
Talking to cool
podcast,
people.
but it's gonna be meet the buyer and meet the seller. And I think everyone's voice is very important. So we want to make sure that we have conversations, private conversations. We want it to be relevant, and we also want to teach people. Maybe somebody's never been a buyer before. We're just teaching that person how to buy. Or those tips, right? And then if we're exhibiting and we're trying to get into this business, unless you have somebody that's kind of shown the way and been a mentor, you need a guide. So that's the point of it. It's gonna be quick and short and fun, with hopefully educational, inspirational, and then it'll be all voices and people from the city.
I love it. More content, ladies and gentlemen. It works. It's we've been doing it now for 3-4 years, and it's the basic jury. This is I think our third or fourth. It's kind of like longer style podcasts or video we're doing.
Yeah.
We're always steaming up something.
Our minds never stop. That's our problem.
That's the problem.
That's why we don't stop talking. That's why we have hoarse voices.
Yeah, literally. Stephanie, I taught you something new this time. Right? My favorite phrase. So, what is it? Just tell them.
Always be closing. It doesn't matter if you're in the club, if you're at the food court, always have that on top of your mind.
Yeah, so honestly, it's because of the ASD trade show, I figured I'd become a better salesman and a business owner because they taught me how to be confident in my services, my value, and the product that we provide to the industry and to the world. And the key. See ya. Bye, neighbors. Love you guys. Bye, neighbors.
See, there's only love on this floor at 3
We
o'clock.
tore up this block. I mean, we were a ruckus this whole time. But yeah, so maybe you're better so and just be confident and always be closing. It just has to be a thing. Like if I'm at ASD Market Week, yes, I'm at the club, but I'm not pounding 18 drinks. I'm having one, maybe two, and I am pounding out 18 leads. And talking to people, what do you do and why are you here? Like, why are you here? And why are you
So are you?
Yeah. Oh, I do this, and this. They're interested. I do this, and this. Are you interested? And now it just makes sense, right?
How
Value
funny.
for a reason.
People are interested because you're at the same kind of event.
Yes. Everybody else is in the same exact boat that you are. They're all here to make connections, make new friends, like new people, write down phone numbers, sell stuff, buy stuff. Everybody's here for a purpose. And if they can have fun while fulfilling that purpose, even better. But always be closing always involved. It doesn't need, that's the clue for today, for this channel, for this show. But we're gonna wrap it up. Stephanie, anything last to add? What would you like the people and the folks to know about the show?
I would just say, always available, have questions, reach out. I'm not shy, and neither is my team. But we do hope we see more of you out for March 2025.
See you all in March 2025. Stephanie for ASD Market. Thanks, guys.